What was it that just finally kind of pushed you to say, okay, this is what needs to happen? Like, the saying, the straw that broke the camel's back,
Yeah.
like what was that moment for you?
Um, I think that moment was, so without naming names, the company I was with right before I jumped ship and went all in with Audio Video 360, they were kind of on their way out. They ended up filing Chapter 11 like 2 weeks after I left. So literally jumped a sinking ship without even really realizing it. I mean, I guess I kind of realized it because my checks were showing up late. So, and that really was what kind of pushed me over the edge, was just, again, being completely financially dependent on somebody else. It's, I think a lot of people think of it as, oh, the company pays me, which in a way is true.
Hmm.
But especially with these kind of smaller businesses, it's really somebody else paying you, because the owner usually wears multiple hats.
Yeah.
And so, you don't get that same sense of like job security that a lot of people get from working for bigger corporations, which even they really shouldn't have a very strong sense of job security. But you especially kind of get that working for a smaller company where you're like, oh, this company could go under at any point. Like we're one bad month away from having to lay people off. And that's pretty much where he was at. The problem was he was not transparent at all. And so that for me, kind of like well, if I'm already going to be in a somewhat risky situation, why not give myself a little bit more control over the situation? Because then at least if it fails, if I, miss out on something, it's my own fault. And I'm not solely dependent on somebody else being successful, on my own success. So there was that aspect of it, as well as just knowing like, you're really kind of capped out at what you can make as an employee. Whereas if you start to work for yourself, there really is no limit. It's more of, what is your bandwidth? What is your ability, volume wise? And so just those realizations are really what pushed me. And I just realized I'm not wired to be an employee forever. I'm always going to find issues. I'm always going to be dissatisfied over time with how things operate if I don't have a say in how they operate. So, yeah, that's ultimately what pushed me, is just having those kind of understandings.